the summer I was scared of the most, the most. I don't wanna be around here when your ghost left me with 5 steps of grief. I'ma skip the first 3. I've been here the whole week. Think it's about time I leave. It's the summer I was scared of the most, the most. Existentialism always spoils the mood. I love your insides on ephemeral life, but I was kinda hoping we could just look at the sky. That's around the time she said we were out of time. Bad you for missing 4, I'ma sit, you gon' drive. Backyard ghost. Watch you leave out chief by the wheel for a while. I might need some time to take the sit. Not like I didn't expect it. This the summer I was scared of the most, the most. I don't wanna be around here when your ghost left me with 5.
Alright, bro.
What's his name?
Thanks, man.
What is it? Backyard Ghost?
Yeah, that's BachyardGhost.
It is not no box.
I met this guy. I met BachyardGhost at audition for Tok. It was an audition, and we went, and I met him, and the first thing I told him was the J. Cole. I told him, I said, sometimes I'll be acting like a bitch, is what I told him. I said, so I gotta just remember those J. Cole things. How we supposed to get rich when we always acting like a bitch? So, don't act like a bitch. Me? Yeah. Oh, a little bit.
Only got a little bit. A little bit? No, I ain't got like a bro.
Something tells me he got weed.
I got a G, guys.
Yeah.
Me saying I only got a G is like rare as fuck. I'm always decked out. We gotta make a new song, bro. We gotta make a new song.
Yeah, let's do
We've been
it.
talking about this shit.
Let's do it. You working on anything new?
A couple songs, but like I haven't been really writing. It's just like I write when my homies come through and we work on something.
Oh, you only work like as a collective?
No, like I usually work by myself, but then I haven't been doing that for like a minute.
You good, bro?
Yeah. He was just doing all the extra.
Oh,
What the fuck?
I thought you were dancing for a second.
I think she'd have been.
Yeah, dude, I'm down working some new stuff.
I mean, I'm down to come through to where you at and work on something.
Alright, yeah, let's do it.
I'm free every Tuesday or Saturday.
Tuesday. I feel like, I don't know about recording, just because like my situation is that I record at home, so like I don't really get to have guests over a lot, but I'm thinking like we should do a lot of visuals, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm down with that
Yeah,
shit.
so like, our shit sounds really good when we just send it to each other via like online.
Yeah.
But like we should get a couple songs going and then like start filming like here and in the valley. Yeah.
That sounds good. And let's work on a couple more songs.
Yeah, for sure.
Couple months in real quick, you know, drop a couple songs in a couple months and get on the fucking visual shit. Cause I'll be free every Tuesday, Saturday. Fucking let 'em win.
Tuesday, Saturday, and what?
Let's go to the.
Just those two? Okay, for sure.
Who does your videos? I've been meaning to ask you that. Like,
I've been filming my own, man.
what about the editing?
Me too.
Same.
Yeah, I just recently downloaded Final Cut Pro, so I've been able to like work on editing.
That's dope.
Yeah. That's why I was telling Tok I want to do a video for you guys for Sunrise.
What
Yeah.
the heck?
Dude, I know some spots in the valley that would be really sick for that.
That sounds cool.
I'd be damn.
I ain't never been to Valley. That just sounds dope.
You say the valley, like, is there one like, what valley is it? Isn't there multiple valleys?
Yeah.
Or is it the valley? Is this one valley? I think.
So. I'm not sure. I stay in like Northridge.
San Fernando Valley.
Yeah, San Fernando.
Northridge.
Yeah, Northridge.
That's not that far.
It's not that far.
It's like an hour drive. Not too bad.
I was thinking like far, like really far, like.
Nah. Traffic is pretty crazy on the way here.
San Bernardino.
Yeah. You didn't like your verse on Sunrise?
I didn't think it was like great the way everybody's making it seem like.
Everyone's making it seem like that, right?
I think so. I don't know.
That means it is.
Hey, fuck
Hey, that post you put up on Instagram, like about, I don't know, it's like a text message conversation, right? And your caption was something about, like, yeah, I can only work with people who are in the same mindset.
Yeah.
Like, I've been thinking the same exact shit for, like, years now. Like, every time I try to link up with people, like, within, like, a month or a few with, like, interacting with them, like, they just kind of, like, skate out. You know what I mean?
You can't take. I hear what you're saying, dude. I hear what you're saying. Like, I don't know. I wasn't that serious about that post, but like sometimes, like I'll be like over serious. I hear what you're saying to where like you be like over serious with stuff. I'll be over serious with stuff, and people be like, just like, bro, chill. And I'm just like, dude, there is no chill. I can't chill on whatever. Like, especially if I care about some shit, I can't just chill.
How did that show go?
The second one.
Yeah.
It was cool. It wasn't as big as the first one. It was like probably my fault because I was moving too fast, trying to be too cool and whatnot. But it was cool. It turned out we did it. Got through the whole thing, and there's probably like what 10, 11 people there.
Performers or?
No. In general, like, including the performance, probably everybody. There's probably like 10, 11 people.
You perform, Tok?
I was sick as fuck.
Yeah? Do you have footage? I want to see.
I couldn't really rap.
Dude, I don't know why your album is not getting plays. Honestly. Shit makes me mad.
Yeah. It's just gotta be one. It's just one shot, right? Whatever I drop, one song pops up, all my shit's gonna get played. Right?
Dude, like every track was really good. There was that one where you're talking about religion, and you're just rapping all in English, dude.
Yeah.
I've never heard you just rap completely in English.
Like, I want you to do that shit. I've never done that before.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I should do one of that shit. I could do that.
Oh, what's that 90s song?
Oh yeah, 90s babies?
The 90s babies?
90s kids.
Oh, 90s kids, 90s kids, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Dude, I didn't even tell him, like, the title of the song
Yeah.
is 90s kids.
I was like, I'm just thinking of the 90s right now. I was like, dude, it's called 90s. Holy shit.
You play guitar, too?
No, that's my brothers. Oh, you see my brothers. I just rap, man. I don't even mix my shit.
Does he make beats?
He used to, but not anymore. I'm just trying to be an engineer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he's like turning 28.
Uh-huh.
He's like getting over that shit. You know what I'm saying? When that shit don't go right and you get to a certain age, like, you gotta face the reality too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how you gotta make it when you're young.
Yeah.
You know?
But people do blow up, like, when they're
Yeah.
older. But it's just, like, not as cool.
That's so rare too.
Yeah.
Like, that shit is rare.
And you get, like, depressed by that age, I'd say. Like, I'm 21 and I'm already, like, depressed about where I'm at musically.
It's cool, man. You'll get through it. I'm 24.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I just feel like I'm in a rush all the time. You know what I mean?
I feel that shit too. I mean, I think that's good because it's gonna motivate you.
Yeah. It's just like the last few years, I've been getting like so lazy. You know, I put out a mixtape and I wouldn't release stuff for like 3 months, just because like I felt like my job was done. You know what I mean? But like this year, I'm just trying to like whip out content like every single week.
I feel it.
Yeah.
And like your music kind of changed.
Yeah.
Right? Like you changed a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that time you weren't doing music, you were kind of just chilling. Instead of like, they hear this and trust me, you were like banging out so many lyrics, working so hard. Now you're like chilling. You were chilling those years, and like it changed your
You
music.
feel like you got on that wave vibe. Like you're trying with that out rapping shit. You know what I'm saying? You know that like bar shit, and then you just move on to like that singing part shit.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was pretty dope because I can't sing for shit. And, like, not every rapper can sing and rap.
Thanks,
And your
man.
singing got better too, is what I just noticed today.
Yeah.
When I was
Thank
like,
you.
what do you do? Like singing classes or like?
Dude, honestly, I think it's the auto-tune. I sing a lot at home though, because like I don't spend a lot of time, or like my parents aren't home like at all until like night. So from the moment I wake up, unless like I have school or work, then like I'm just like either recording or like writing a song at home. So I have a lot of time by myself to sing. But when my parents are home, I never record because I don't want them to hear me. Yeah. How about you, Tok? You still record when your parents are here? Yeah. So they hear you all the time?
That's good. Like,
I get embarrassed for some reason. I don't know. It's because it's like I could rap in front of like anybody that wants me to, right? But like if it's my parents, I just get a little weird about it for some reason.
do they support you? Like, do they know you make music?
My dad does. I mean, they both know I do music. My dad is probably like the more supportive one, I guess. But my mom is just more traditional, you know. Like she would rather me go like a safe route. Like she's not opposed to me doing the arts, but she wants me to do like a version of that actually brings in money. You know what I mean? And like this version brings in money too, but like it's more risky.
It's not for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Like she wants you to be like engineer or promoter or like shit
Or
like
something
that.
like that, yeah.
Where it's like a legit job.
Yeah, exactly.
Go to
Something
9
she
to
could
5
tell
shit.
her friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've learned to kind of not think about it too much when she brings it up. That's why I don't like showing my parents my music.
Dang.
Yeah. But when I blow up, I'll make sure they're on that shit.
I'm pretty sure they will be on that shit when we blow up.
Yeah, right.
Why wouldn't they, man? It's gonna be their income too, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's so true.
You're gonna be paying their bills, their rent and shit, so they're gonna for sure be fucking with your music.
Yeah. I mean, if y'all want another beer, could drink up or whatever.
That shit. Like, she threw it away too, but then like, she ripped it. Like some papers in the fucking room just ripped. Like she made a fucking like drama. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, whatever. I could use my phone from now on. Yeah. And ever since that, I never wrote like on paper. I hate
That's
doing that
fucked
shit.
up, man. My mom would never do that.
I mean, I was like 18. You know what I'm saying? So she overreacted it. But now it's like they don't give a fuck.
That you smoke?
Yeah, they haven't given a fuck about it for like 4 years.
Really?
Like, yeah, after that, like a couple months later, they're like, we can't stop this nigga from smoking. That's what we gonna do about it. You know what I'm saying?
Same.
You don't smoke, huh?
Not smoke.
You smoke weed?
I'm trying to make it like less of a habit though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. More of like an interdimensional.
See, I like that song where you're trying to be sober. I like that song that you're trying to be like sober. And that one song,
really?
that was pretty dope.
Thank you. Yeah.
But then and then after that you're just like, I'm back in that shit. And then you could tell.
It's just like, it's such a constant battle for me. Cause like, I was brought up in a Christian household, so it's always like.
I'm brought up in Christian household and I don't see no problem with it.
But I was like really dedicated, and like I still feel like I have like a pretty strong sense of spirituality. I don't know if that's because like I was brought up like that or if it's like genuine, but either way, like I just feel like there's this higher power, and I don't think weed is like a sin, but it does like take me to a place that like I don't think is healthy for me. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's how you, if that's how you take it, that's how it's gonna be.
But there's times that it's like really good for me, like just like.
So like I go to church high. I'll go to church like 3-4 times a year maybe, but I'll go to church high. Like, and if I feel better in church high compared to being sober, isn't it better for me to be high in church? That's just how I feel.
Yeah, I agree.
Weed helps me, like helps me go to church and helps me focus, like, cause I ain't trying to listen to this guy talk so hard about this fucking book and then like blah blah blah. Like I'm sober, I can't focus for shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. I just think like if I can't handle like myself being sober, then like I shouldn't be using weed as a crutch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just cause like I have issues of my own, where like.
Yeah, kind of amplifies your own, like, you see, like, what's inside you more, because you're more, like, conscious.
Yeah. Like, especially if I've taken, like, a really long tea break, and then I get back on weed, then, like, that's usually good. It's like an awakening, you know? Like, I could, I could just, like things in life become a little bit more clear, like, like, cause
That
I feel
tea
like,
break?
What's a tea break? What's a tea
Yeah,
break?
makes
Tea break? That's like when you just like don't smoke
Tolerance
for a
break.
while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, tolerance break?
Yeah. You smoke often, Darren?
I smoke probably like every day.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. But I'm like the same as you. Like I think smoking is bad. Definitely. I don't think it's good. I think it's definitely bad.
Just like
I
completely
think the
bad?
combustion part is bad. Like the fire, it's like you're breathing in fire. Like it's bad.
There's so much other shit that's worse. Like I don't
That's
see
true, yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
I don't see nothing wrong.
The
with it,
cannabis
you know what I'm saying?
itself.
I don't see nothing wrong with it. There's so many other shit we could be doing that is just like up top. You know what I'm saying? Like weed is just like.
Yeah, no, there are people that like could totally function on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's like that requires
Yeah,
a strong
it's like so
mentality.
crystally and so smells so good. Like
Mm.
once you just vaporize it, it's just so roasty. Right, guys? Hello.
You're right.
Ice cream.
It
Is that
helps.
Korean ice cream truck?
Oh, no, I don't know.
You know we're in like Gardena. We're in a Spanish neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I saw some Koreans.
There's like a couple
this.
Koreans on this street, but like this is like probably like only one of the couple streets that have Asians.
Oh really?
Like that way is like Japanese town. I think this way is like Mexican town.
Oh okay.
I mean same shit.
It's a chill vibe here. It really reminds me of the valley actually.
It kind of reminds me of your area.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like a little more quiet.
Yeah, more quiet.
It's quiet here.
So like, what's the music scene like out here? Like I think I got a taste of it when you threw that show, but like, are people out here like really trying to get it? In your opinion.
I don't really see that.
Like, who do you think is the biggest local artist of Torrance right now? No one?
Of Torrance,
Uh,
the biggest artist has to be like Baby Bounce. That's when he's from Gardena.
I have no idea, bro.
Baby Bounce. Freaking. That's about it.
was he at the show?
No, but he's like no, he wasn't.
Oh, okay.
But he's close. He's close by. Like he's kind of connected. But I'm trying to get something with him. I don't know if I ever will. But yeah, he's from Gardena. It's like a chubby Mexican guy. And then there's nobody huge from Torrance. Nobody freaking.
That's good. Like you guys could be the first to make a scene.
It's good and bad.
If you can make that shit happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
That's why we gotta be plotting and working. I
Yep.
like this shit. We talk about it and make some move.
Yeah, I was thinking of you guys know Brockhampton?
yeah.
So it's like it's a collective, right? Most people think it's just a rap group, but they have like producers on board, art directors, like managers, right? So it's basically a label, but they label themselves under a boy band.
Okay.
So like I just think that idea is really sick because they met on a Kanye West fan page forum on Reddit. That's how they met, and then they were just sending music to each other online, and then they all decided to move out to I think San Francisco or something, and they all lived in a house together and made like 3 albums that like made them blow up basically. So I'm thinking like you follow that same formula and just get like other people that are like as with it as you, then like right now we're just like musicians right now, right? And I don't think I'm great at like communication skills or like business and things like that. Or you think you are? Yeah, I feel like if we get people that like approach business like we approach music, like they're actually passionate about it and they believe in our music, then like that's it. Like they could actually
I
take
feel
us.
what you're saying.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
shit
yeah.
is real, yeah.
Cause like it's hard to just blow up being an artist. Like
Yeah.
like people have like gimmicks now. You know what I mean? But if we don't have like a gimmick to rely on, we could definitely just like have better management. I feel like isn't that what you're trying to do, Darieon?
I don't know what I'm trying to do. I gotta figure it out still.
I mean, you have like a foot in everything. I feel like you have a foot in music, video,
It's
management, kind of.
It's like too much.
You're good at like gathering people together. I think.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Like, bro, this is my first time out in Torrance, like just to like hang out with somebody. Like, I don't come out here. You know what I mean?
I be so fucked up though. Like I'll tell one person one thing and tell it's like so much. You got to be a real evil person to bring people together. I feel like
Oh yeah.
you got to be. You got to have some bad. Some. It's not all good, dude. I'll be telling this person that and that person this, and then like just see what happens. And so.
You know what you want to do, fuck it. That's what you gotta do to get what you do. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, you're young as fuck too. Right? 21?
20.
20.
I'm about to turn 21, dude. Damn shit, dude. Wait, how old are you? You're 21, right?
I'm 21, yeah.
Yeah. What about you? How old are you?
22.
22. Tote? 21. I don't forget.
21.
Nice. Cool.
Was this the interview?
I don't know.
Or are you just like shooting footage?
No, I haven't asked you any of the questions that I was going to ask you, though.
Oh, okay.
So, you want me to ask you?
Yeah, fuck it, let's just do it.
you're not gonna pull up to your friend's house?
Well, we could do the chugging video there, and we could just have this be the interview.
Because I gotta go around like 3.
3.
Oh, really?
I didn't know you were coming through until yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What time is it right now?
2:20.
2:20.
That's why I was just gonna watch you do your video and just dip out.
Well, we could.
So we're not doing chugging today then?
We could do it like right now, and then go to the dude over his house and finish the interview. But they got some good talking scenes and whatnot.
Yeah, I feel like we should just finish the interview here, and then like the chugging video. If you can't do it right now, then like we could
Another
always just
time?
link up another time.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, and like, you said your friend was gonna let us shoot in his garden for like the chugging video or for the interview?
For the interview.
For the interview? Yo, I think this is fine, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you have your questions.
Whatever, it's not like I'm better, cause I got vendettas, a list of regrets and a suicide letter. It says I love life, so the shit probably set up.
So, the reason I brought him up, I cannot remember what the hell I brought him up for. But that guy is Mexican, and he's deformed, or he's some type of Spanish, I don't know. What race are you again?
Korean?
You're full Korean?
Yeah.
Full Korean, okay.
So why'd you bring him up?
I brought him up, I forget, because he's freaking Mexican, and that's my partner. He's Mexican. There's something I was talking about. You ever do that? Like, you think about something and then you forget it?
Oh yeah, all the time.
So, what I was trying to do is, what I usually do is try to just get out like who, what, when, where, and why. So if you can think about those questions, try to answer those questions without asking for yourself. First, who? So who are you?
And then what am I?
No. So who are you? First of all, so we could do like a whole slate. If you know what a slate is. Slate is like when they have models and stuff right now, they'll look into the camera, they'll have a full body, and then they'll say, hi, my name is Darieon Hodo, I'm 20 years old, I do this and want this, and basically it's where when people audition for things.
Oh, okay.
But we can do that later.
Alright.
But, so right now I'll just ask you, so just who are you?
Backyard Ghost.
Backyard Ghost. Okay. And who is Backyard Ghost?
Backyard Ghost is Michael Kim, a 21-year-old Los Angeles-based rapper / alternative / writer / comic book artist / bullshitter.
Amen.
Average guy. Yeah.
Okay, and so what? Who? What? So what? What do you do?
I do music. I'm currently working on a graphic novel called Hell is a Bar. It's still very much in the development stages, so I don't think the public will be seeing it for a while, but I am working on it. I like to consider myself a writer as well. I'm an English major at CSUN, which is California State University of Northridge.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm an English major there, which means I spend a lot of time reading and having to write. So I definitely put that on my resume. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you're in college right now?
I am. I'm on my 4th year, and next semester I will be graduating.
Oh yeah, I didn't figure out.
Bro.
Okay. So we did who, we did what. We can do some more into what, and we can say like. Well, I won't get too deep because it might be tough to answer. So who, what, when, how long you when did you start this? When did you start this game as a rapper? When did this start for you?
I guess the first time I ever wrote a song was when I was like 12. I was in the car with my parents, and then I was listening to Not Afraid by Eminem. You know that song?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, I don't know, I was just like in love with the cadence. People say that's like Eminem's worst song, but for me that was like what got me to go and act. Like we were on a road trip to Las Vegas, and we had just like started driving home, and I was listening to that song for some reason, and then like I went home, went to my room immediately, and just started like changing the lyrics to it. It was almost like a parody, like weird Yankovic type shit, right? Mm-hmm. And then it came out like pretty okay. I think I had like a natural sense of rhythm and cadence, and then like the next day my computer got hacked, and I was like so angry. I just like didn't know how to express it, so I wrote a diss rap to the hacker, and it was trash, but like it felt so good. Like it almost felt like I was saying it to him face to face, even though it was like super cathartic. And like I started writing in this yellow notepad every day after that, and eventually I ended up like getting a mic at Guitar Center when I was like in 8th grade, I think. My dad went with me and helped me buy it, and then like since then, like every single year I had just been working on music consistently. Yeah.
Okay, since you're about 12, you said?
Yeah.
When you got hacked. After you got hacked, and so you got hacked.
Yeah.
What got hacked?
My computer. Like, it was, like the cursor would start moving around randomly, and then it would go onto the tab and just type in porn sites.
What?
Yeah.
the mouse, like the actual like clicker.
Yeah.
And would click and go to porn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. I just think about like that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So that's what drove me towards music.
Fuck you, I can't. So you're like, fuck you, basically, hacker.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I still had the notepad, but I don't.
That's interesting. So I'm gonna check the camera real quick.
Okay.
Cause I'm notorious for. No, it's recording. I'm notorious for like having it and then like it won't actually be going.
Oh really?
Yeah. So we did who, what, when. No, we did. Where do we go?
We're on what?
Who?
Yeah.
Oh, we're only on what? Okay, so when. No, we did win. We just did
yeah.
win. Because Hacker, Eminem, I'm Not Afraid, Porn.
Yeah.
And then that's what happened with Win. So, where are you from?
I'm from the Valley, Northridge to be exact. I've been there like pretty much my whole life.
Is that where you went to high school too? Like.
Mm-hmm.
So. Who, what, when, where, why? Why? I lost my page that had all the notes on it, but why? So, why are you doing this? What makes you... Oh, here's my question for why. So, nowadays, Or I'll just ask you why. That's probably the most hardest it's gonna get. So why?
Why am I doing this?
Mhm.
I think the answer to that like changes yearly for me. Like at a point, it was like I just want to be able to do music and survive off of it, you know. And then, like right now, it's very much like I want people to hear me because I went like a majority of my music career without getting like any significant exposure. So I feel like that's made me a lot more persistent. Like I just feel like I've been working on music for so long that like the only thing that'll like cure whatever it is that's like eating at me would be like for people to listen, you know? I'm an only child, and I don't know if that has a lot to do with what I'm about to say, but like I don't really like I'd say like I'm a little more introverted. Like me even coming out of Torrance to talk to you is like that's a step for me, and I'm trying to like change that about myself always. And
Well, what's your zodiac sign? My bad for cutting you off.
no, that's cool. I'm a Taurus.
You're a Taurus?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. So I've always been like a little more aloof. I think that's because I was like I didn't like always have somebody to communicate with in the household, right? Other than my parents. But your parents like are so biased, they'll show you like unconditional love anyways.
Yeah.
Nah, that's good. That cool. You ain't gotta be quiet or nothing. What is this, dude? That's
That
not
is a curse, actually.
Thanks, bro.
French Paris.
Dude, you look so blown.
You smell it right here.
You need to work on the papers?
No, you good. It's alright. Cool, man.
I totally forgot where I was.
I forgot too. So fucking, what the hell? Alright, so we did who, what, when, and why.
We're on why.
This is the why.
But yeah, I guess to put it in a word, I just want people to listen.
So, why? Again. So there's the question that I did have for why. It kind of hurts. Even me coming up with this question, it hurt my head to think about. But so, right nowadays, you know that every kid wants to grow up and become a rapper. And if you can't see that nowadays, then you kind of are going to be set up for failure if you don't understand it. So, with all these people that want to be a rapper nowadays, why keep going? Damn, dude, don't even answer that. Don't answer that. Unless you can answer it. Can you answer it? Why keep going?
Because if I don't, I would probably kill myself.
You said what?
I would probably kill myself if I don't.
It's an outlet.
Yeah.
It's an outlet.
And if it doesn't come out in that way, then like it's gonna come out in a way that's more detrimental to me. You know? That is a tough question. You know?
That's a stupid question. I couldn't answer that shit. I'd be like, man, fuck you. Yeah. Like I said, I lost my paper. There was a how question too. How? I can't think of a question for how. Can you think of a question for how?
How? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm the interviewee.
I'm a jank ass interview. Alright,
How do you expect your music to impact people?
Ooh, that's a good one.
what's your plan?
How do I expect my music to influence people? I think like every time I would be going through emotional distress, I'd be listening to sad songs, because for some reason, like hearing somebody else in pain just makes you feel like, you know, you're not an anomaly. You're like, that's why people want relatable songs. You know what I mean? It's kind of generic, but I'd hope that's like what people can take from me. You know, like the biggest fan bases are the ones where you like actually feel like the camaraderie with the artists. Like that's why X's fan base is so big, because like people are like, oh, he totally understands what I'm going through. Same with Pete. Like
Peep had this. I don't know about. Peep had this way of saying shit like that. Just like yeah, he said shit, and then you just be like, damn.
right?
Like damn.
Yeah, Pete is sick.
You listen to Peep?
Mm-hmm.
I made a comment on one of your songs saying that.
Yeah, it sounded Pete influenced.
Was it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. What was the name of that song?
2018.
2018.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, new tape. That tape is called
The Longest
Ghost
Drive
Drive
Home.
Home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now available on SoundCloud.
Plug that in. So that's your most recent tape. Your first tape is called Hear This and Trust Me.
Yeah. How'd you know that?
I mean, so it's on SoundCloud. It's just available. I just looked it up.
Oh wow.
But so that's how I hear it. And there was a lot of singing on that too.
Yeah.
First.
Not as much as now, but I was experimenting a little bit.
And you got a lot better at singing. So I asked you earlier, like, how did you get better? Like, how'd you get so much better at singing?
I still don't think like I'm that great of a singer, but I think like it helps that I record alone. So like I could do the same take like a million times until like it sounds decent. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
Also, like I said earlier, pitch correction like really helps.
Okay. The auto-tune. Okay. How do you record? What do you record on?
Logic.
You record yourself?
Yeah.
Damn. It sounds really good quality.
Really? Thanks. I still think it sounds amateur for some reason.
I always thought you recorded in the studio. Like, how is he getting this done?
Yeah, I would record at the studio like from time to time. That shit was just too expensive, man. That was like $80 an hour, and like I didn't have like control over it either. Like I couldn't tell him, oh, can you put this over here, or like can you make it sound like this? Like I just liked having control. But it's a pain in the ass, dude.
To learn?
Yeah.
To know.
Fucking learning curve is like it takes at least like 2 weeks, I think, to like know like all the intricacies. Logic Pro is a really easy program too. Yeah, I just think I'm kind of a slow learner.
Hey, what'd you think of Life Changes, the video?
The video?
You seen it, Life Changes?
The one he posted yesterday, right?
No, that's my new one. Life Changes is like my first music video.
Yeah.
I don't think you've seen it.
Oh,
What?
you gotta see it, bro, honestly.
Oh, wait. I have seen a couple of your music videos. There's one when you're in the woods.
That's
Oh,
not that
that's
one.
good one too.
There's one when there's fucking...
Yeah, I like the apparently. Is that
Apparently
the...
one? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's on a rooftop.
That
I've
one's
seen
good.
them, actually.
You have a couple music videos, huh?
I do, yeah.
You've been at the... How long have you been making music now? Like...
Since I was 12
When...
or 13. But like actually like being proactive on YouTube, like in high school. Like freshman year of high school.
Freshman year of high school?
Yeah.
Let me check and see. Still recording. We got 3 minutes of record time. Alright, but so freshman year of high school. So what was like that first thing, like that? Like so, when did your first song come out, basically?
I used to record on my iPod, like not even like voice memo, just like I go on video and then record myself rapping in front of like my computer with the beat playing through the speakers. So it was like really shitty quality, but that was like the only means I had for recording. So I would do that and just like upload on YouTube, like say like monthly. It'd just be like covers, but like with my lyrics on it. And then like I don't know, I guess at a certain point I just thought I should start making original music. And that's like how Hear This and Trust Me came up. Like there was an album right before that called Born Ready, but that was just like me testing the waters. And Hear This and Trust Me was like the first time I actually like really started understanding music. You know what I mean? Like where you get like excited about it and shit.
So like, what was that thing? Because most time people have something in high school that like kind of sets them off, sets them apart. Especially someone who, you know what I'm saying, is still going at it strong. They have something that like in high school that kind of like blew them up, set them apart just a little bit. Like the people knew like, yo, it's Michael. Or so did you have anything?
Well, yeah, like when that video dropped, I think like people kind of started recognizing me at school, but like no one really like talked to me. You know what I mean? Like, people always say like a lot of people knew you in high school, but like I would sit alone at lunch sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have like a solid group of friends until like the latter half of junior year. So, and like the people that would say they didn't know me, like they never told me that they liked my music. Like, so how the fuck am I supposed to know?
Did you guys go to school together? Or
Yeah, he was actually like really like supportive.
I was in the geometry class, and then like I saw the Life Change video. I'm like, oh shit, he's in my geometry class.
Yeah.
Can you check and see if it's still recording? Is it? The camera? Put it on.
Yes, it's just recording.
What does that number say? Go ahead.
Which one? 54, 53 seconds, 52 seconds, 51 seconds.
Can you press that red button on the top?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
So.
Oh yeah, and then there was this thing at Cleveland High School where
COREchella.
yeah, there's this thing called COREchella, which is like a version of Coachella, but it just be like all the musicians of high school would like audition for it, and then like a talent show basically. And
Yeah, that's a really good video on YouTube.
Yeah, I put it on private.
What?
Yeah.
What, dude?
It was like
Wait, what is it? What is it?
It's basically like a school talent show, but like they call it COREchella, so it's like a concert. But like people buy tickets for it, and the crowd is actually like pretty big.
And a radio show came out.
For your guys' school?
Yeah, and a radio show came out, didn't they?
Yeah.
A radio show came out of nowhere on the stage and started recording it, bro. Like, one of those big ass cameras.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh
my God.
So there was like all these people.
So
There's all these people, and then like they saw you. You started performing. They're like, all right, let's get this on camera.
I guess so.
Yeah.
And everybody in the whole school saw it.
Yeah.
There was a good-
not
that was
like
a good crowd.
the whole school, but like it was a pretty big crowd.
That was a good crowd.
But I think that helped too. I performed like 3 out of the 4 years in high school.
At COREchella.
Yeah.
That is so freaking cool, dude. That sounds like a cool ass high school. Like,
Yeah, Cleveland was.
It was.
Yeah.
That's the name of your high school, Cleveland High School.
Cleveland High School. Yeah.
It's so low key, honestly.
What
It
city?
is. Huh?
What city? Northridge.
Reseda.
Reseda.
Yeah. I'd say like I live in Northridge, but I spend a lot of time like in that area, Reseda-ish and like DeSoto, 'cause that's where Charles
Dude,
lives.
honestly, that vibe in Cleveland was honestly pretty sick. If you think back at it. Oh,
Yeah, dude.
shit.
Cleveland was really nice.
Holy fuck.
I didn't appreciate it at the time though.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I wish I went to Granados.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm pretty upset. I have another paper. So, did I already ask you who's making these videos for you, like the snippets?
Not on camera.
Who makes these for you?
Me.
You make them?
Yeah.
So the last one you just posted like a couple days ago, you're sitting like on the
Oh, I mean like.
the backyard. I know you can't shoot it for yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I tell like whoever's with me at the time, like, can you do it like this? And like once I have all the footage, it's like completely in my hands.
And then you edit it.
Yeah, I'm responsible for the editing. It's been fun. I really like editing videos. That's why I told you like I can do a video for you.
I'm hella down.
just have like a closing question and we can wrap it up.
I got a couple more questions.
Oh, you do?
There's a couple, maybe like 4 or 5.
Okay, sure.
That's cool. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are ready to go?
Like ready to go answer the questions?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you hear about Show Me the Money? Because how we met, a lot of people probably don't know this, but how we met is the reason I know you is because we met at Show Me the Money, and Tok was there, so Tok can talk about it if he wants to, but we met at an audition for Show Me the Money, which is a Korean TV show, and you were there, and me and Tok pulled up, and pretty much we just started rapping and just kicked it off, right?
Yeah.
And got each other's numbers, and there's like a group of people. There's like a whole group of people who were all just kicking it and like got each other's numbers and kind of linked up and said,
"That's cool."
What do we say? Like stick together, something like that.
Yeah.
So how did you hear about that audition?
Show Me the Money?
Yeah.
I would follow the show for the time. It was interesting because like hip hop in Korea, it's like getting a lot more Americanized, in my opinion, right? And like the fact that they have a show like Show Me the Money in Korea, but not in America, is just like mind-boggling to me. You know what I mean? It's like basically American Idol, but like for rappers in Korea.
Yeah.
And like, you know, in the USA, like hip hop is like what's being played the most, I'd say, and we don't even have a show like that. So I think it's sick that like that Koreans are like providing an opportunity for like super low-key artists to do it, you know? Because like not everybody there is famous. Yeah, and like you get to meet people that aren't the same wavelength as you. I think that's what I like the most. Like I pulled up alone. I was kind of nervous because like I just thought I was gonna be fucking sitting in the corner the whole time, like waiting until I get called. But then like ended up like connecting with a lot of the people there. I think like every single person I met at Show Me the Money, like I've ended up like doing something with. Yeah.
Damn, dude, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Thank you.
And then, so how did your audition go with that show?
I failed. Fucking Jake Park. No. I honestly think like I respect his judgment now, because like back then I wouldn't say like I was bad, but like I don't think I had anything like original about me, which is also why I like progressed to singing, because like I just felt like my rap style was kind of played out, and that's what I presented. Like I feel like there's a certain sound that you could just like gravitate towards and say, oh, that person knows how to rap, right? But you can't say like there's anything unique about that person. Like that's what I was trying to do. Like the difference between me and Tok is like when you hear Tok on any song, like you could tell it's him. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if I'm being biased because like I'm just like normally a harsh critic on myself, but like when I hear my tracks, like sometimes I just think like I'm just trying to mimic another artist. You know what I mean? So that's probably why he failed me.
That was Jake Park?
Yeah, that was Jake Park.
Okay. That was, damn, dude, you said it like that was that long ago. It was that long ago, huh?
Yeah.
That was like 2016. That's 3 years ago.
It's been 3 years.
3 years. Holy
That's
shit. That's crazy. Yeah, so. Backseat bars. You used to have, what's backseat bars?
There's only like 2 videos up right now on YouTube, but it was like a series I was trying to kick off like in 2015-ish or 2016-ish, but like to be honest, I just wanted an excuse like not to rap into a mic and just like do it in front of camera, because it's just so much easier to upload that way. Yeah. But I wasn't consistent with it. I think I was like really lazy around that time, so I only got 2 videos out and I never got to finish that series. It's a reminder of my failure.
No, I think you're onto something. Like, then again, like, not a lot of people can do that to where, like, they can, you know, get the hand movements. I don't have any hand movements when I rap. Like, it's just at my side. Like, so a lot of people don't have that type of stage presence anymore. like it's just all over the internet and just send this, send that. So I think that's pretty cool to where
you think so?
being on video, and like when you see people, when you see Drake like do his little thing where he does like it feels good, like it even like kind of gives me the goosebumps. Like I think that's like a something in itself, like to have the movements is more than just, you know what I'm saying.
Thanks.
Yeah. Probably. So have you ever? This is a random question, but have you ever traveled anywhere? You ever been outside of the state, or of course outside of the state? But you ever traveled by yourself? Like,
I guess the closest thing to that would be like I think 2 years ago, me and a friend of mine went to New York. It was just for like 3 days, but it wasn't by myself either. And like I'm normally like I just think I get lost a lot. You know what I mean? I don't really know how to find my way around. I like it when things are the same, cause like especially when I'm driving to places. Like if I know the direction, I'm fine with it. But like if I'm going somewhere far, then like I start getting like paranoid. You know what I mean? Like, oh, what if I make a wrong turn here? But that's why like I think that's what prohibits me from traveling too much. But that time it was just like a leap of faith, and I went with my friend Haven and spent 3 days in Manhattan, and it was, I'd say, one of my best experiences traveling. Like I really like New York. The vibe there is so cool.
what did you guys do up there?
Like we spent like 3 days fucking walking around like the whole city, going on subways, fucking eating New York pizza, $50 filet mignon steak.
No, but you guys didn't like sleep anywhere or anything like that?
Oh,
apartment?
we stayed at some place. I guess a friend of his owns a place in New York, so he let us crash for 3 days. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
New York's where I want to end up.
Yeah?
Yeah, like if I were to make it in music, it would be New York for a time.
Yeah. Okay. Why New York?
I don't know, just always been like enamored by it, because I think superhero movies have a big part to do with that, because like every superhero movie takes place in New York. Yeah.
Something like New York?
Yeah. And it just looks cool. It's like in the valley there's not a lot of tall buildings. Everything's a lot more low key, which is cool too, but like just city life, you know. It's not lonely, that's the thing, I think. Like people are always awake in New York.
Yeah. I feel it.
I could be proven wrong.
I think that's it.
Cool.
That's all the questions.
Until next time.
Do you have any questions you want to ask?
No, I think we had a pretty thorough discussion.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah.